Hello, and welcome to the Brighten Your Day Show. If you are new here, my name is Brighton, so that's why we called it the Brighten Your Day Show. No, I'm just kidding. You guys, off the top of the show, this is what we're going to talk about. Art is coming back, of all kinds, of all mediums, of all everything, okay? I feel like I'm just having the exact opposite effect of what I was having kind of around the new year. I made this video called The Renaissance is Coming, but like it didn't really feel like anything was actually working yet. And now I feel like it's working and art is coming back. And what does that mean for culture? What does that mean for us? Okay. There are so many things I've doom scrolled, so many things I wanted to talk about. The Odyssey. We have to talk about it. We have to. I literally study acting. Okay. We have to talk about it. I love films. I finished Assassin's Blade, so that is going to be a book club segment at the very end of the show. If you have not read Throne of Glass, again, art is coming back. Fantasy and romantasy. I mean, the TikTok girls already knew this, 3 years ago now, but I'm just getting into it, and I totally understand what they're saying, okay? So we're going to do a book club segment. And also, I watched Obsession. The World Cup happened. So many cultural things, okay? That I'm going to be bouncing around a lot because I don't even know what thread I want to follow at this time, okay? Also, this is going to be a short episode. I literally talked about this last week too, that my studio space where it's being filmed is the AC is out. So it's 83 degrees right now and it's climbing and it's hot. It is very hot. I literally think I stink. Good thing this is a solo show because then I can do whatever I want. So yeah, welcome back. I went and watched The Odyssey. Okay. The Odyssey. So many things I could talk about. The acting I could talk about because I study acting. The score of the movie, the film, the soundtrack of The Odyssey was genuinely one of the most amazing, beautiful, perfect, perfectly sound, perfectly cast. Ludwig, which I've talked about him before because he did Sinners, an amazing composer. He did the sound of The Odyssey, the soundtrack, and fits it in so perfectly that it's just amazing. Well, first, I want to start that if you are going to watch The Odyssey, you absolutely need to know that there are previews that are horrific and scary. And I know The Odyssey is rated R. You still need to know that the freaking previews for that film, specifically Jessica Chastain, I can't remember her name. I think that's it. Redhead. If you see a redhead lady who is a mom and she's pulling out ice cream in the kitchen, you need to close your eyes. You need to close them. Unless you just love being terrified in the movie theater. I literally screamed in the movie theater. Me and my sister both jumped and looked at each other and we were like, what the freak was that? Literally, what was that? I mean, I guess it looks good in a way of horror, I guess. It's called Other Mommy. Apparently it's a book. Actually, I did do an Instagram post warning people and people were telling me that that's a book. Don't think I would ever watch that or do that for our book club here, but to each their own, I guess. So yeah, that's a warning at first. Second warning of The Odyssey. It is horrifically loud. And I didn't even watch it in IMAX, any of the IMAX theaters. I didn't watch it in surround sound, nothing, okay? Just a regular old Cinemark. Horrifically loud. In so many of the scenes and the sequences. Although they're beautiful. I was plugging my ears, not even because I was scared and closing my eyes, just because it was so loud that I couldn't even focus on anything else. I was genuinely concerned for my hearing. Which is crazy because there was a 3-year-old in the row in front of me. And I'm like, how, one, is this child going to have literally permanent hearing loss? Because we were kind of close to the front. Two, that child also watched the previews of The Odyssey. And that was horrific too. So that poor kid. But I also understand because the parents probably really wanted to watch The Odyssey. I don't know. I'm not judging. Trying not to judge. Third warning of The Odyssey, there's going to be a Travis Scott jump scare. There's just going to be. We'll get into the casting maybe in a little bit. I don't want to talk too much about it because there's so much controversy about it. And not I'm afraid of controversy, but just I don't even know what to think. But Travis Scott comes. He's the very first person to literally be seen in all of The Odyssey. Pretty cool, actually. I want to do that. I'm not hating on him. I totally get it. But at the same time, my sister turned to me while we were watching. It was the first scene. She was like, "Is that Travis Scott?" And I was like, "No way," because I hadn't heard that he was cast for anything. Actually, no, it was totally Travis Scott, and he has a song actually at the end with Ludwig, the composer of the whole thing. Kudos to him. It was just a little bit of a jump scare. Athena jump scares definitely too, but she was also good. So we're gonna get into spoilers now. So if you haven't seen The Odyssey. Actually, maybe I'll do my overall opinion of The Odyssey now that I've sat with it for a little bit, and then we'll get into the spoilers. Opinion of the Odyssey. And this is someone that I also like, I'm in acting. I don't want to like get anybody angry at me, okay? Because I love everybody and I don't want to ruin my chances. But a few things. When I first ended the film, I was like, I called my husband. I'm like, that is the best film I've ever seen in my life. The best one. Now, this is a caveat to that. I do not remember the Odyssey. Like, I read it in, I think, middle school. I didn't remember a ton of it. I knew, like, some of it was changed, but I didn't know, like, the actual discrepancies of a lot of the story and what was cut out and stuff. So, like, as an epic film, just on its own, the movie, The Odyssey, is phenomenal. But if you know the story and you know the historical backgrounds and everything, that's where it gets a little dicey. And I could totally understand why people are like, this isn't The Odyssey. Like, you're, what? So, like, be weary of that. Now, I've sat with this for a while to actually be like, is that one of the best films I've ever seen in my life? Or was I just like so excited after the film and like so hyped? Because the last third of the Odyssey is insane. Like, even if a little bit of the first part of it is slow and you're like, you don't really get what's going on, and then it starts getting crazy, the last third is so worth everything and more of the Odyssey. It's incredible. But I do have to say, like, now that I've sat with it for a little bit, I feel like I can give my opinion on, I don't know if it's the best film I've ever seen total, meaning if we're counting the storyline, the dialogue and the writing, the casting, the whatever, everything as a whole, I don't think it's like the best movie I've ever seen. Granted, I don't know what the best movie I've ever seen is, so maybe I need to do some comparison there. But at the same time, if you are rating it off of just sheer spectacle, like sheer effort, and for the love of the game, for the love of the art, for the love of filmmaking, I do think it's one of the best movies I've ever seen, because Nolan does everything on set, on actual sets, okay? Real life, not green screen. Marvel does a lot of green screen, which if you haven't seen their newest trailer, green screen mania, I actually feel, I don't know if I feel bad for the actors. I just like, that makes that a lot harder. I can't even imagine. I've never acted on green screen before, but like, you got to connect with people. And if there's like a whole bunch of stuff, that's hard. So like, just the sheer size and the effort put into the art, I love, and I was so hyped in the movie theater to be like, they literally built a 50-foot Cyclops and they filmed that in an actual cave. That is like cinema. That is like for the love of the game. They built everything with special effects, like oh, sorry, this is spoilers. Spoiler alert. Besides, I don't know how I can exactly spoil that there was a Cyclops in the Odyssey, because that's just like part of the story that's been around forever. But anyways, spoiler alert. So like, as filmmaking goes, beautiful. Okay, sorry, my fish tank died, so I had to like turn it on. Anyways, moving on. Acting performances that I thought were incredible, amazing. Shoot, should I look up the cast, because I feel like they deserve to be actually called out. Again, this is as someone who has studied acting, but acting is subjective, art is subjective. I think everybody did a phenomenal job. Like, if you're in a Christopher Nolan film, you're probably a great actor and actress. So like, take this with a grain of salt. I love all of the actors and actresses in the cast. Anne Hathaway, incredible. I don't know if I've ever seen a film where she's not incredible, but like, this really did bring so much depth to her character, Penelope, that you could just feel she really was a mom in this age. She really was grieving her husband, wanted her husband back. Like, it just felt real and grounded, as they say. Cersei, which I'm trying to find her name. Hold on. Oh, Samantha Morton. Literally, dare I say, the best actress in the entire Odyssey film. The best performance. And that's what's interesting about acting, is like, no matter how little screen time or how much screen time you have, like, you can still be right for the character and still command the room with your small part in a beautiful story. Like, she just commanded that room. Incredible. So many layers, so many depths of like subtext of what she was saying but not saying, and thinking but not saying, and it was incredible. I know they cut her like story short from the Odyssey. I really actually wish I would have seen more, but the sequence of her with the freaking pigs, dare I say, a horror film. Like Christopher Nolan probably could make a horror film with how insane the pig thing was, the pig sequence. And apparently that was all real. Like it was all real. I like wanted to watch a movie or like clips about that, but then I'm like, I'm a little afraid. I'm going to be a little too disturbed to watch how they did that. Like I don't even comprehend how they did that without CGI. I don't understand, but that is just show business. You know what I mean? It's just magic. Movie magic is what they say. Crazy. Again, like Matt Damon, he was the main character, the main lead role. I can't even imagine like how much pressure and stress and work that he had to do for this film day in and day out, like memorizing lines and just, I can't even imagine. So like, I don't think he could have done any better. Like I really don't, especially with the dialogue he was given and everything. Like I feel like he did great. There's so many more I could say. Himesh Patel, amazing. Like amazing. All of them. Really, really. I actually got duped by the internet, and I'm not proud to say. I actually did think that Elliot Page was playing Achilles, and come to find out, he's playing Sinon, and did phenomenal. Like the underworld scene, they were apparently in Iceland, and people actually got buried and had like snorkels to breathe. Like, I just wish I could be a fly in the wall with all of this movie magic being made, because it was incredible. He gave an amazing performance. Like, again, all of them really did, but those are the ones that stuck out. Secondly, I know this is way overdue, but I also saw the Obsession. Obsession was great. Actress is great. No wonder why it blew up. I really like, especially for an indie film, the sets were great. Acting was phenomenal. Totally believable. Story super captivating. I actually loved the dialogue and the writing. Sometimes I felt like it was even more natural than a lot of these big budget films. Like the dialogue and the writing really was great. So yeah, it just like makes me so happy for art. Like that art is breaking through. Good art is breaking through because if you haven't seen, like the Odyssey is clearly taking over the box office and everything. And Marvel Studios just released their trailer for Doomsday, which, to be so fair, I didn't even know that they were making a new Marvel film at all. But I don't know, it just doesn't, I feel like the old Marvels were hitting more than like this new Marvel, and maybe I'm forgetting the story, so that's why it doesn't feel as good. I like want it to feel good, like I want it to be interesting, and it just, I hope it delivers in, I think it's around Christmas time. I think going to the movie theaters to watch Marvel films have always been like so, like a staple, literally a staple in my family, and I want it to be good. But it just felt so disconnected almost. Like they were just trying to throw every single actor and actress that was in the film in the trailer just to be like, this person's in, and this person's in, and this person's in, and whatever. And like, yeah, that's good, I guess. But at the same time, like, I don't know. Okay, guys, we are going to move on to this tiny little segment because I've wanted to do this forever and I have not. So make a crown with me. I actually wanted to do a whole segment of like conspiracy theories I actually believe in. Hold on. I need to add like a little star to it, actually. I was going to actually post on my Instagram story and be like, what are conspiracy theories you actually believe in? But I didn't have enough time for all of you guys to answer. And so I just went online and looked at certain conspiracy theories. And this actually fits perfectly within the fantasy realm that I want to talk about today. Throne of Glass doesn't have what I'm talking about, but it's just like the perfect little treat for it. But I have to make my crown first, so just give me 1 second. Wait, I actually did good for how little I tried. I'm not even kidding. Look how good this looks. And if you're listening to this, I'm so sorry. Clearly, I have some tinfoil on my head. Well, not clearly, but I have some tinfoil on my head, just so you know. Okay, we're going to watch this TikTok of a conspiracy theory that I actually believe in, hence the tinfoil on my head, or my crown on my head. And I really wanted to talk about this for a little bit because it makes so much sense. And yes, it's coming from TikTok, and who knows how much research these people in the TikTok comments have made, but it's good enough for me, okay? Bible.
that nature. Even the Chinese zodiac has a dragon in it. Then you start seeing things a little bit differently because it's like, for the most part, I believe that they've been lying to us about a lot of shit when they call us God.
Amen to that. Okay, let's get into it for a second because I was reading the TikTok comments on this, and this is where it like kind of got to me where I was like, wait, I actually believe this. I always, like all growing up, you look at a freaking T-Rex, okay? And one, like all this, I don't understand a lot about it, okay? I'm being so for real with you. But you look at the T-Rex, and ever since I was little, I was like, why do they have such small hands? Like, it just evolutionarily doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense for so many reasons. Like, why would even God create them like that? Like, if you believe in God, like, why would, I don't know. It just was so confusing to me. And then this lady was like, look up an ostrich skeleton. Ostriches have kind of the same looking skeleton as a T-Rex. So then I was like, what the heck? It's like the same kind of beefy chest, small arms, really long legs, and ostriches obviously have wings. And that like sent me over the edge where I was reading more comments, and I'm like kind of thoroughly convinced of this. So first, tell me in the comments below that if you think dinosaurs were the original dragons and some of them had wings, or if you think I'm totally off base with this conspiracy theory segment, because another person in this TikTok comments, again, I don't know if this is real, this could be totally fake, but I'm choosing to believe it's real because why wouldn't I want dragons to be real? Like, come on. Fun fact, the only reason dinosaurs are called that instead of dragons is because some random dude in the 1800s who thought dragons didn't sound scientific enough, so he renamed them to dinosaurs and it stuck. They are dragons. Second fun fact, T-Rexes had hollow bones, like birds. They are dragons. Is that real? If that's real, there are so many things that are going through my head. Also, I know like we have a book club and I'm doing Throne of Glass right now, but I really do want to do Fourth Wing, which I'm pretty sure that is the dragon one. Because I eat up dragons in fantasy, obviously. Like this is like my whole shtick. I love fantasy right now. But I just like, there's so many things, especially in the Bible, which whether you believe in the Bible or not, the Bible is an old historical text. And you go back to like, there's dragons apparently, which I haven't read the Bible, but there's dragons that are mentioned in the Bible. There's unicorns that are mentioned in the Bible, and depictions of them on pictographs. Is it pictographs or is it the other word? I forget which one is which on like the... Anyways, old artwork about dragons and about unicorns and about mermaids and sirens, which I believe in that too. I don't know. Maybe... Like, there's so many things that are running through my head. Maybe really all of those did exist, and then they died because of apparently the asteroid that happened, or they died because of humans, because we kind of kill everything. Or like sirens still exist, but we just haven't explored where they are because the ocean is gigantic and we have like barely explored anything about the ocean. Totally plausible. I think the one thing that like I don't like, and maybe this just... I was born to be a conspiracy theorist, even though a lot of conspiracy theories are real. A lot of things I don't like is that when people are just like, there's no way that could happen. And I'm like, do you just logically, we have not explored enough of, especially the bodies of water to even know what is out there. Like, it's kind of a non-argument to me that you don't think that something out there is non-existent because you haven't seen it. Same thing with like aliens. Now, I don't know. If you want to listen to the alien stuff and beliefs, go to the Joe Rogan show because I really couldn't tell you what I think. But like, isn't it plausible that with our gigantic universe, there are going to be other life forms that we haven't seen, which would be called aliens? Like, I don't know. I feel like people that don't believe in that stuff, I don't want to call you stupid. I'm just like, logically, you think I'm crazy, but logically, it more doesn't make sense to not believe in something that you haven't seen before just because of the pure statistics of it all. Does that make sense? I don't know. Let me see if there's other comments because I'm liking this. Someone said, I hate that we will never 100% know. Girl, me too. Me freaking too. Someone else was saying cartilage will not fossilize, hence why we don't find them, meaning find like the wings, because that's all cartilage and muscle, not bone. I don't know if that makes sense though, but it does look like an ostrich. I'm sorry. and ostriches have wings. That's my argument to you. Maybe this is a segment where I try and convince you of a conspiracy theory, use my argumentative skills, because my parents used to say that I should be a lawyer, which I was not. I did not. Sorry, parents. I'm talking on the internet instead. But maybe that's me trying to convince you that T-Rexes are dinosaurs. Or no. That T-Rexes are dragons and they used to have wings. Look it up. I don't know. I want to believe it, so I'm going to believe it because it's more fun to believe that. Sorry. Okay, we are on to my favorite segment. Again, this is kind of annoying because if you haven't read Throne of Glass, I don't know if you're going to care about this, but if you have read Throne of Glass up unto the Assassin's Blade, as well as Heir of Fire, because I read this after Heir of Fire, I'm going to talk to one of my audience members about this book in particular, all of our thoughts, all of our theories, and go from there. So I hope you enjoy this. Let's call her.
Brighton.
Hi. How are you? Here, I'll make this quick also. Thank you so much for jumping on.
No, you're good. I am free. Don't worry. I'm actually listening to Assassin's Blade right now.
You are for the second time?
Yes.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay, so for those of you guys who don't know, you have read Throne of Glass all the way through, correct? Like how many times?
Oh, that's a good question. I think twice.
Okay.
And this will be my third.
Okay. Which I feel like I'm going to be the same way as soon as I finish. I've just been so busy.
It's so hard to find another book I love as much.
I know I actually think, and maybe other people agree with this, I have been procrastinating reading Queen of Shadows in the Throne of Glass series because I'm afraid to finish the series because I don't know what I'm going to be after I finish the series. Do you feel that same way?
Oh, I've definitely been there.
Yeah. And like, it just, there's so much to it that once it wraps up, I hate it. Honestly, I hate even when TV shows that I love wraps up.
Oh, yeah.
Even Vampire Diaries, when it wrapped up, I was so sad.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
Have you seen Vampire Diaries all the way through?
I have, yeah. I think only once, and then I restarted it once, but yeah. It's been a minute.
So good. Psych, did you ever watch Psych all the way through?
Yes, I love Psych.
Yeah, Psych, when it finished, I genuinely had like an aching heartache. Like I felt heartache in my soul that it was...
It's like a comfort show.
Yeah, it's totally a comfort show. Same thing with The Office. It's like you just got to rewatch it. So I feel like that's what Throne of Glass is going to be to me. It's just comfort book.
That's why when you asked how many times I've read it, there's certain books I've actually read more. Like I just picked up only that book because I was like, I just need to read something right now.
Interesting. What book have you picked up the most?
I probably Heir of Fire.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I mean, I just finished Heir of Fire before this and it was so good.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Oh.
It's just the best.
Okay, I'm gonna look at the camera. If you have not read up unto Assassin's Blade and the Throne of Glass series after Heir of Fire, please don't watch this. There's going to be spoilers, but we're going to talk about it. I always have to do that because I would feel so bad if I accidentally spoiled, especially Throne of Glass to someone.
Something. Oh my gosh, yeah.
Out of anything, so yeah.
Okay. And I have a question.
Yes.
Would you read it again in this order? Because I read Assassin's Blade third.
Yeah.
And you read it fourth, I think.
Mm-hmm. I think if I read Throne of Glass again, I would read it after Crown of Midnight. So different than what I did because this time I read it after Heir of Fire and I was too much into the story and into the action where it actually took me a second to pick up Assassin's Blade because I was like, no, I just want to get into like the action of everything.
Absolutely.
So I would definitely change course. I looked it up and that was like the author's recommendation, but who knows if someone just made that up. Yeah,
there's so many different ways to read it and a lot of people have their own opinions and I see a lot of them, but I think third is like the only way to read it because you get so pulled out of the story, but when you read the first two and then this one, it like picks up in a spot where you're still so tied to Selena.
Even
though at the very end of what was the second one? Not Crown of Midnight.
Queen of... No, it is Crown of Midnight.
Okay, yeah. After Crown of Midnight, that's exactly when you find out she's Aelin as she's sailing away. But then you can go back. So I just barely did that, where like she's Aelin, and then oh my gosh, go back to like the past and build all the way back
to learn
up until...
like everything about her past. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna jump right into it because I totally agree with you. I actually I had to like mourn not doing it that way, because now when I'm reading Queen of Shadows, I'm actually kind of forgetting certain things. And so half of me is like, ooh, should I listen to like the last chapter or 2 chapters of Air of Fire to like remember?
Yes.
I still might do that because I'm really early in the book, and so I still might. But okay, Assassin's freaking Blade.
Oh my gosh.
Sam. I mean, I literally posted on TikTok. I was bawling after Assassin's Blade. Like, my husband, or I know I'm talking to you. My husband was freaking like, what book is that? Let's finish it together, because he saw that I was so invested into it that we actually finished it together. And
that's so fun.
It just broke me in a way that I was not expecting. Did that happen to you where you were not expecting it to like hit as hard as it did?
No, it's like when you first go into it, you're like, well, there's a spoiler already. Everybody knows Sam dies.
Yes.
Like, how do you make that hurt more because you know it's coming? Like, you start the book with the spoiler in mind. And so some people are like, wait, why am I reading it third? Because I already know a spoiler now. But it crushes you. Like, oh my gosh, you fall in love with Sam, and he is literally the best.
Yeah.
And like, I love the mini stories too, the way it's like broken up. It's something you don't expect.
Stop. I'm actually tearing up right now. I'm not even kidding. That's how hard it hit me. Like, I think it was just so unexpected.
Oh my gosh, it's so sad.
I think the hardest or the saddest part to me, and maybe I'll just read it to you, because like, this is what hit me so hardcore.
Oh, don't cry.
Is when, hold on, I'm gonna have to find it for a second.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm right here. And it's talking about how Sam wasn't at the apartment, but the clock atop the mantle read 1 a.m. That at first was so sad. Like, her waiting, her trying to trust him, her trying to see if it was okay, and like, just being like, oh, he'll come home. It's when she is talking about losing Sam, how she's laying in bed after Arabin told her, and she's describing how, like, did he have, this is gonna make her cry. It was some sort of sentence of, like, did he have hazel eyes or did he have more brown eyes? Like, I guess I'll never know. And just all of the real life thoughts that people have when they lose someone. Yeah.
Yes.
That's what, like, got me, especially because she doesn't obviously have a camera to remember stuff. So, like, it just hit so hard that you don't remember the details of somebody you love that is passed. It just got me.
Yeah, it is such, like, deep and, like, well-described grief, because it's so hard to, like, explain that depth, but she does it so well.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I actually just saw it, sorry. It says, the memory of his face was already blurring. Had his eyes been more golden brown or soil brown, she couldn't remember, and she'd never get the chance to find out. Oh gosh, I don't know why that hit so hard. It was like certain little sentences that just killed me. It really did. Okay. Sorry, that was like, I just had to find it.
No, that's like so important.
What do I even go from here? Oh yeah. Okay, so did you like that it broke up into different segments and stories of like hers and Sam's relationship and her going to the Red Desert? Like, did you like that? Because I thought it was like a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, I think it's confusing at first, but it's almost like you get so many different sides of Selena, and you can, like, it gives you a chance to see her in different scenarios and, like, her whole life before, even though it's such a short book. Like, so much is said.
Totally. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I totally agree, and I think it made me fall in love with her even more and understand her as a character more because of the backstory and everything she went through. Yeah, even, like, just knowing that Ansel had betrayed her and how Arabin, I feel like Arabin's a huge reason as to why she acts the way she acts, at least so far.
Okay, totally interrupting you, but the part that made me tear up today that I was not expecting was I finished where she was in Inish, and she's in this bar. She's, like, looking for a fight. She's just basically distraught after everything. And the healer is, like, stuck and serving here.
Yep.
And then at the very end, she says, like, basically someday I hope that the jewels of an assassin help pay for a healer's education. And she, like, oh, I just love that so much.
Like, she's so sweet. And I think that, I mean, it's just a perfect depiction of having a really hard outside, but then, like, the most tender inside. And I feel like the people that usually present the toughest are the ones that have the, like, the most sensitive hearts, and that's why they have to present so tough. I feel like Selena or Alien is totally like that. Oh my gosh, my camera's gonna overheat. Isn't that so sad? So I'm gonna keep going. Okay. With Assassin's Blade, if you're reading it from Throne of Glass to Crown of Midnight to Assassin's Blade, let's lighten the mood a little bit. From what you know to Assassin's Blade, okay? So this is very important. Kiss, marry, kill Sam, Kale, and Dorian.
Oh, okay, wait. From what I know up until this point, for sure, marry Sam. Like, for sure.
I know.
Absolutely, 100%. He's better than her, for her, than either of the other two. 1,000,000%.
Yeah.
Okay. Probably kiss Dorian, kill Kale.
Yeah, I agree. Actually, do I? Yeah, I think I do. Dorian is still really sweet to her during that time. I'm trying to think.
I feel like what I always think of is, like, Dorian has known Selena through it all, and he never once was, like, scared of her or judged her or anything.
He accepted her.
Everyone always kind of says, like, Kale would, like, there's so many memes about Kale being like, when he finds out she actually kills people and she's an assassin, and it's like...
he's, like, turned off. I'm like, bruh.
She's like, I've been honest this whole time, like, about everything I do, but the second she actually kills someone, he's like, what?
Yeah, no, that's such a good example. And I think he just doesn't really stand up to anybody or anything, and, like, it's always really unattractive.
He's too blinded by his
his duties. Which it's hard because, like, in a way that is attractive, that Kale is intentional and intense with his, like, duties to Dorian and all, like, the kingdom and stuff, but at the same time it's like, okay, but then there's sometimes you have to bend, and he doesn't bend forever, you know? So I totally agree with that. I think that's a great take. Okay, what story do you like the best in Assassin's Blade, well as what is a hot take that you have, if any, with Assassin's Blade, and then I will let you go.
Oh, okay, let me think.
And if my camera dies, then I'm sorry.
Okay, I'll try to rush too. It's so hard rereading it because it's so blurry. It's been so long since I reread it. So the stories after where I'm at right now, it's really easy to remember, but, like, up until where I'm at. So I would say between the ones that I've read so far, I think Skull's Bay is such a turning point because it's the first chapter, the first point you meet Sam, and, like, you just really see her all of a sudden be like, wait, like, why do I have feelings for him? Why is he starting? You know what I mean? Because at first they're like,
they hate each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I think that's such a classic one. That's great.
Yeah, I would say that's probably one of my favorites. And hot take, I think rereading it, knowing the end of the whole series, I mean, I guess it's not even a hot take, but just, like, every little detail is so amazing. Like, just focus while you read it for the first time because, oh my gosh.
Interesting. That makes me want to, like, almost reread Assassin's Blade again to see how much it ties into the ending of this series, since I don't know that yet. Huh. Yeah. That's interesting. I did see actually a suggestion to break up the stories in the Assassin's Blade between some of the older or the later series is. So it was like Skull's Bay after Crown of Midnight, and then Red Desert after one of the other ones, or something like that. And I'm like, that's interesting. I found it on Reddit, but this person was like, this is the best way to read Throne of Glass. So I wonder if that's true.
That would be so interesting.
Yeah, maybe I'll try and find that post and send it to you. Okay, I'm going to let you
not
go.
Not even a hot take, but
but really pay attention because it is more interesting than I even know. No, that's a great one. That's a good tip, even. So thank you. Sorry, I have to kick you off because my camera, the office is literally 83 degrees right now, so my camera is overheating.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's freaking awful. I'm trying to cool it down.
Outside.
But okay, I love you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you, audience member. Okay, love you. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Okay, that was such a fun book club. I hope you enjoyed. It's getting so hot in here. My camera's gonna die, so I'm just gonna cut it short. I need to make a new playlist for you guys. I have another one down below. I'll link everything down below if you want to follow me. If you have suggestions of what I should look into, what conspiracy theories you believe or don't believe, what you thought about the Odyssey. Seriously, anything. Anything is great. But as always, art is coming back. We are in a renaissance for art. We are in competition with AI slop. It's like the best works of art are coming out right as soon as AI is like headed towards who even knows what it's headed towards. It's almost like an epic battle, which I love. Well, I don't love. Real art wins in the end. Human connection, human-made art wins in the end, because that's what are we doing it for? It's for us to connect with one another. Go read Thunderglass and go see the sun. Go walk outside. Until next time.